Get us underway with Ronnie O'Sullivan beginning his bid for equaling fifth Open title, a tournament that carries many happy memories for him. He further final against Sting with a maximum, finishing that maximum left-handed on the final black, which had the crowd raising the
same as in the football, isn't it, with the Premier League, and it's sort of hard to restart. Saying it during the Masters, we might see a different O'Sullivan. I know that at the Masters he was beaten by John Higgins, who played brilliantly.
And that's only a couple of months away now, isn't it? Middle of April. This group to Kyron Wilson. He could have opted to play in the next group, but decided not to, perhaps.
Robbie might feel a bit unlucky to have pushed that red up as far as the middle pocket. It wouldn't normally. Didn't play in the group afterwards, which he, as you say, was in the previous group to defeat him in the group semi-final. Anyway, that was then. This is now. This is a bigger.
$13.
Of course, one thing about O'Sullivan, he plays until he's always going to look $1 million
21
in prime position.
And even when his game to stable, Northern Ireland Open, where he lost
27
to Trump for the Scottish Open to Mark Selby, he's 6th on the one-year list, so it's hardly been
33.
Of course. Four in the middle of the table, although
49.
Well, no, that was of course, it would have set up if Ronnie was to win. A nice pot. If he's gone off, he's particularly unlucky there. I mean, he's flicked that red. Good thinking, though, from Robbie Williams, trying to get the only safe red into open play, so he's feeling...
And now, it doesn't look as though he will.
I mean, he'd have been aware that Williams had pushed the safe red into an open...
Shootout pace when he's in full flow. That's pretty much
in that red that he knocked in there. That's sure to give him confidence. Assignment for him, but it's just a question of taking the chances when they come. The frame looks over.
Awaiting the winner in the last 64.
Now that was well struck. The next red. Well, he had to play top of the ball, so that limited what he capitalise on them as soon as they come. And if you can't capitalise them, keep your...
Williams, he made the last 8 of the English Open, beat Mark Allen 4-0, and also got the better of Anthony McGill that week on the official list, so certainly needs points with retaining his tour card in mind.
Foul and a miss.
Robbie Williams. Deserves to be on something.
But is it too high? It is. Yeah, back in the day, on the other side of the table, but these days it barely deviates on a lot of these modern tables.
Anyway, it didn't go in, but it's one of those, it doesn't look quite right, but it stays out.
15. $23.
Rapid, isn't he? And he's always played snooker professional, and he's playing quickly, but there's not a lot of difference
31.
now to have.
The last couple of years, but O'Sullivan's best is still arguably
39.
the best ranking titles way back in 1993 at the UK Championship. No discernible drop in his ability.
45.
I don't think he played. So the
50.
ball that Robbie Williams too. I think Robbie Williams is expecting another visit to the table.
5.
3 reds are.
56.
Anyway, he decides to move them for good measure.
$64. No time at all. This match has only been going 18 minutes. Just caught the near jaw there, but O'Sullivan looking good.
72.
Yes, I mean, he has had spells this season where he started very slowly at the first frame, but doesn't really time with
80.
how he... She's doing again today.
Selby then did do it very efficiently in the final. But
88.
me and Andy in the studio during the frames, ad-free on the Eurosport app. Plenty of
97.
extra content there as well.
100.
For his career.
$115.
Not been that much of a challenge, but it was delightfully constructed.
O'Sullivan 120.
Did have the first chance, planted the opening red, only to then miss the pink. Just refused to drop down into the left centre pocket, and that.
Of course, been speaking about the battle well, I heard it in person to get there. The reason I say that, it was a great occasion when O'Sullivan got to 1,000 in the final frame, and the crowd got involved. It was quite something.
Yeah, what a way to win another ranking title with your 1,000th century. To get the better of Neil Robertson. He is a player capable of claiming big scalps. I mentioned he's beaten Mark Allen and Anthony McGill this season. Really, the miss pink in the previous frame was exactly what he didn't need, with O'Sullivan looking sharp.
It's kind of hard to know pressure, and he knocked that in. I guess it comes down to this moment, when these chances come. Few.
One. Eight.
Whether it will be potable, I'm not entirely sure. I'll leave a good pot. But
Just getting underway by the one or two accusations flying around.
Yeah, I think McLeod won that match, didn't he? And like you say, there was some words spoken in the course of it over a...
It's a tough pot.
1.
It's still pretty congested down there. Actually, one red
8.
being potted.
$15. 22.
Tian Peng. Could be quite a battle in store in the match between Nigel.
Well, that's certainly open at a reasonable speed. That's okay. Well played. Medium
5.
pace to get the cue ball away from the cushion.
36.
As I say, when he came to the table,
Rory in the background
43.
there, taking on Dave Gill. 30 odd in front in the opener.
$51.
Just a reminder, if you download the Eurosport app, you can as well. Interviews, vital
59.
statistics, all sorts.
well, he needs another red here. And just playing on.
66.
Well, that was never in, and always going towards the bottom jaw.
1.
Now he's trusting to luck.
Robbie Williams.
Still not quite able to finish his frame off, though. Do it in a single visit. I'm not entirely sure. It's going to take a good shot.
Likely, he's right back in it. He loses it. Not an important 35 left.
Yeah, and the only shot he could play was that, but he hasn't played it particularly well.
He's got to go. Well played.
Very. It'd be some. It's not an easy pot, though.
Robbie Williams.
And at the third time of asking, no problem with frame ball.
Pocket, actually. I think black was partly in the way, so it was very
7.
well played. Weak there, Sullivan, for once, or maybe not as sharp as you'd expect, but
In the previous one, but it wasn't quite to be. And now, well,
so he wasn't entertaining that. I just felt it was the only
7.
way.
doesn't need little kisses. At least he didn't look.
Well, he's found a way down the table. Well, he's left.
7.
Through. He's developed one in the process. Halfway promising opportunity, turning it into a Reds, getting them in play. Okay, he's wrong side. Playing into an area.
There's just something standard. Just looks a bit more.
She's saying, well, he's not the player he was. It's a little bit of a hate. I never felt it was that. Just felt that perhaps it was hard to come out and play in all the other events so soon with the same sort of gusto for.
Well, that's the point, isn't it? It doesn't matter how good you are. You still have to practice, even though Sullivan can get by sufficiently to pick up plenty of points and prize money, but not win. And it looks as though he's addressed all of that in the last couple of months, and it's bearing fruit. It deny him in the Masters. Far off.
What I say about this complete control. For whatever reason, they've all said it, but given Robbie Williams many chances. But I think he's done enough now to for the handshake or the.
Through to